Let's switch to politics. Here with Arizona and Michigan holding primaries tomorrow, a new national poll shows support for Rick Santorum may be slipping. Latest Gallup daily tracking poll here for you. Santorum drops 7 points in a week. Romney gains 5 points and now leads 31% to 29% among registered Republicans. So this is still a statistical tie. So let's talk to our panelists about this. From Washington, CNN political editor Paul Steinhauser. From Chicago, we have Lenny McAllister, senior contributor with Politic365.com. And from Washington, Democratic strategist Jaime Harrison joining us this morning. Thanks, guys. Paul, I'm going to start with you. You are our number cruncher. I know you're excited about this. We've been talking about the Santorum surge, right? But you saw the poll, so let's put it up here. Santorum's dropped 7 points in a week. What do you think is causing this?
A couple things, probably. And we talked about whether his numbers had peaked earlier in February. Maybe they have. Listen, maybe he had hoped that Michigan and Arizona had voted a week ago. A couple things here. Listen, carpet bombing from the Romney campaign, especially in Michigan, but elsewhere in the country. A lot of negative ads from the super PAC going up against Santorum. Santorum's debate performance last week may also be contributing. This poll, 3 of the 5 days were conducted after our debate on Wednesday in Arizona. So a couple of things there may be contributing. The crucial numbers, of course, are Michigan and Arizona. Where are the polls in those two states? It is pretty much dead even in every poll I've seen in Michigan. In Arizona, Romney has a single to double-digit lead. You pick the poll. Zoraida?
Hey, Paul, do you think any of his comments on women or faith caused some of that drop?
You know, it's interesting, too, because you look at his numbers on women, when you break it down, his favorable numbers on women in most polls, and actually he's doing better now than he was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it's just the opposite of what you would think, Zoraida.
All right, Lenny, you got all a Twitter over something that Santorum said. So let's listen, and then we're going to talk about it.
We have an opportunity here in America in this election to go across this country and talk to minority communities. Not about giving them more food stamps and government dependency, but about creating jobs that they can participate in and rise in society.
Sounds like something Newt Gingrich has said in the past, but on Twitter you said, I will surely talk about this with Zoraida and Ashley on Early Start. So here is your opportunity, Mr. Lenny McAllister. Tell us what you think.
What I think is Rick Santorum does a great job when it comes to social commentary, but the same things that work in social commentary with the Tea Party group, with hardcore conservatives, and talking about getting off of the Democratic plantation when it comes to black voters, is horrible presidential political messaging, and that's the buzzsaw that he's running into. This is less about Mitt Romney and more about Rick Santorum saying things that are great when talking to conservatives, horrible when talking to conservative voters. And that, more than anything else, in addition to the debate performance on Wednesday, is causing the drop. People understand where he's trying to go with what he's saying, but when it comes to messaging, stuff that gets capitalized in 30-second sound bites, it's a horrible thing to say, and they're not the type of ideas you're trying to project as a presidential candidate.
Well, specifically to minority groups.
Yes. It's a horrible situation because you're trying to say that I want to be part of the solution making that help bring you back into the American fold. But if you're not messaging it correctly, people hear more divisiveness than they hear unity. And that's exactly what Rick Santorum is experiencing right now.
Hey, Jaime, you want to stay on Santorum?
Yeah, well, listen.
No, I got more. I got more. So we're going to listen first, and then I'm going to let you talk. So let's listen, and then we'll chat.
What kind of country do we live in that says only people of non-faith can come in the public square and make their case? That makes me throw up. Now we're going to turn around and say we're going to impose our values from the government on people of faith, which of course is the next logical step when people of faith, at least according to John Kennedy, have no role in the public square.
Something else he said that we don't listen to there is that there's no evidence at all that he wants to impose his religious beliefs on the country. You're a Democrat, and based on your tweets, I believe you're also a man of faith. How do you respond?
Well, you know, watching these guys is like watching the amateur hour at the Apollo. It's just gaffe after gaffe. And, you know, they're ostracizing more people than they're actually trying to bring in. I mean, right now what we need is inspiration in America. We need a resurgence of hope. And as a man of faith, you know, it's not about division. It's about bringing people together. And I don't think Santorum or Romney or Gingrich have done a great job of doing that. They haven't been inspirational at all.
All right, I'm going to end, I think, on a lighter note today. You know, it's my final question, so you have to follow my rules. And I don't know if this is a lighter mood. President Obama and the candidates all been talking about how they deal with dictators. And did you guys watch the Oscars last night? Sacha Baron Cohen. He played his character from the upcoming movie. He spilled ashes all over Ryan Seacrest, as we're seeing right there. One-word answer, gentlemen. Funny or classless? Paul, I'm going to start with you.
Funny.
Ah, Lenny.
I'll go with funny.
And Jamie.
I'll go for the trifecta of funny.
All right, 3 for 3. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll see you back in the next hour. And also,
Thanks,
thank you.